Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da. Hey, in case you guys were wondering, we use lollipop sticks for that wonderful special effect. Because we aim to entertain here at the TK Breakdown. A little bit of wisdom there for you, behind the scenes. All right, moving on. Welcome to Week 8 of the TK Breakdown, where we talk about Week 9 football and Week 8 football. I would go into the overall standings, but we all know who the winner is. But
I won! I can't contain myself anymore. I won.
You know, I was going to move on to that part of it.
Oh, well.
I was going to mention, but you were so excited.
I know.
You couldn't hold it back. I was talking about the overall standings, not the standings for the week.
Oh, well, we don't want to talk about the overall standings.
We had a three-way tie for last with 8 wins overall for everybody in last place, and a two-way tie, and the complicated math that happens when we figure out the tiebreaker led my dad to be the winner with 9 wins overall. And I think the complicated math that got you the win was what, in my opinion, was the pick of the week.
Yes!
Which was Tampa Bay over Minnesota. And I think in my... I play Beat the Insiders online, which is a same pick 'em pool thing. But hundreds of thousands of players play this game. And only 5% of them picked Tampa Bay to beat Minnesota. So... that's pick of the week, Dad. That was a good pick.
I rock.
Congratulations.
That was pick of the week. That was, and you know what? All of you had a chance to be on top this week had you just listened to the Tampa Bay pick. That was just pure football genius.
We know.
I mean, you heard the statistician. 5% in the world were smart enough to make that pick.
We all know that everybody who watches this show has a chance to win. Because they watched this show. So
what was great about that game? What was really great about that game was the fight between the offensive lineman and Jared Allen.
Oh, where Jared Allen got a bloody nose?
Oh, Jared Allen got a bloody nose. I mean, Tampa Bay just thoroughly put a thumping on those boys. But, well, right. So that was the game that gave me the week.
Biggest
loser. And I gave it to you guys.
You did. And I kind of want to breeze over this because I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, you've heard about it all week.
Biggest loser, the Dallas Cowboys.
I agree. Sure. The Dallas Cowboys are the biggest losers.
Tony Romo is the biggest loser on the biggest losing team. That man, 2 interceptions in the first quarter to give up 10 points. Just think, those 10 points could have got them the win. Ridiculous. And he threw 4 interceptions overall.
You know, I might have to argue that Dallas is the biggest loser.
You might have to, of course you would.
Yes, because
there's always Norv Turner.
There's always Norv Turner. And I went on air last week and said, you know what, Norv's got enough talent to beat the Cleveland Browns. That wasn't truly the battle of the most incompetent coaches in the league. And I thought possibly... Norv was only the second most incompetent coach, but I was wrong. He really is the most incompetent coach in the league. He definitely coached his team to lose. And that leads me to my football prediction for next year. The first coaching change will be Norv Turner gets fired and his replacement will be Mike Holmgren.
Why? Because you think Mike Holmgren's... Well, he is retiring from the Cleveland Browns, isn't he?
No, he got fired, pretty much.
He got fired? I heard he was retiring / quitting.
You know what, and this is what...
Good coaches know when to leave. Look at Pete Carroll and USC leaving after the whole Reggie Bush Heisman Trophy incident.
That's true.
And the boosters.
Well, you know what to say. It's hard to hit a moving target, so Pete Carroll moved at the right time.
Yes, he did.
Mike Holmgren tipped his hand a little bit at his farewell press conference when he was starting to turn over the reins to the new GM and president of the Cleveland Browns. He said that he misses coaching. Now, I predict Mike Holmgren's not done, but I also think that he realizes where his strengths are best utilized, and that's coaching. So, my prediction is Norv's going to get fired because he's already decimated that team. Philip Rivers looks the worst he's ever looked. I've never seen anybody coach a world-class quarterback like Philip Rivers down to the level where they lose to the Cleveland
Bring it
Browns.
down.
My
We all
God.
know you don't like Norv Turner.
I hate Norv Turner. Norv Turner's gone, so my prediction is Norv's gone, and Mike Holmgren moves to California and coaches that team to success. There it is. You got it. Bet on that.
From the mouth of the wizard.
From the where's my crystal ball?
Moving on to week 9. We took a full 5 minutes for week 8 football.
Oh yes.
We need to talk about week 9.
We could celebrate a little more about the Tampa Bay game.
No, we're
No?
moving on.
All right.
What do you think's going to happen in week 9?
Week 9, my prediction is that we should all be looking at the last undefeated team, which we've been watching, and I've been kind of thinking that eventually they're going to fall, and the Eagles played horribly and didn't take them down. But Dallas plays Atlanta this next week. Dallas, here, I'm going to give you some stats.
All right.
Okay, here it
Give
is.
us the stats, Mr.
Here it is.
Wizard.
Here it is. Dallas's offense overall is ranked number 7. Atlanta's offense is ranked 13th. Dallas's defense is ranked 4th. Atlanta's defense is ranked 20th.
We should clarify these stats a bit. These are NFL.com stats that, according to the league, this offense performs the best. This defense performs the best. It doesn't reflect who the winning team is, which
No, it doesn't.
is
You're right.
a big reflection,
You're
in
right.
my opinion, of
You're right, and a lot of this can be based on exactly who their contestants were, who they played against,
Right.
as to why they're placed where
Absolutely.
they are. Either way, Dallas's pass is ranked 3rd. Atlanta is ranked 8th, and that surprised me because Matt Ryan's having a lights out year. I would have thought that Atlanta would have been ranked higher in the pass than Dallas, but they're not. And keep in mind, Tony Romo's threw a ton of interceptions already, and they're still ranked 3rd. And Atlanta's ranked 8th. Dallas's rushing offense is ranked 28th, and Atlanta's is ranked 24th. So in every stat but the rushing, Dallas is ranked higher. And you can't say that Dallas has played pushover teams because they just played the Giants and they could have won that game, but they didn't. They turned the ball over. They've played Washington, so they've played some quality teams, and they're still ranked pretty well. That's not a bad football team. I don't like their coach, personally. I think he's the wrong man for the job. I think Tony Romo's a good quarterback. I don't know that he's as good as Matt Ryan, because Matt Ryan's having a good year, but he's a very good quarterback. So my prediction is Dallas takes Atlanta out
I think
this week.
I
They're gonna
think
get there.
one thing that you're missing here is the turnover stat.
Yes.
And I think right now the Cowboys have the biggest TO ratio. And Mike McCarthy puts it best when he states the most important statistic that he looks at when looking at teams is the turnover ratio. And in all cases, the teams with the biggest turnover ratio are the biggest losers. So I don't know if I can
I
go with
think
you on the
Mike
Cowboys
McCarthy-
Falcons.
I think Mike McCarthy needs to look at his kicker. That's what I think. Stop
Yeah, you
looking
know
at
what?
turnovers. Mason
That's a
Crosby.
last week issue.
My
We're talking
gosh.
about next week.
Well,
And the Packers are playing the Cardinals next week. And that's
yes.
I hope they whoop them. The
They-
Cardinals didn't look too good against San Francisco, but it's San Francisco. I mean, that's a good team.
Yes.
They're lucky they even scored. You know what? I'm gonna have to make an upset special here, aren't I?
Yes.
Ah.
We're all waiting.
I think Tampa Bay can beat the Raiders. I think Tampa Bay.
Oh,
That's kinda like my
look
Kansas
at
City.
you taking what? Oakland's favored by 1. I mean, geez,
1.5.
1.5. Whoa,
Those
Yeah,
stats
wow.
could change
That's
as
a
the
big
week
upset.
moves along.
That's
you know,
that's a
it's
huge
hard. I'd like to point out something. We're making picks on a Tuesday for all you people out there, so you can take our wisdom. But things happen during practice. Players get injured, and
Did you
stuff
see that?
changes.
The finger came.
I know, the finger. So, me winning isn't just a fluke. It's because I know my shit.
Okay. This should be the comedy show.
Yeah, it should. Tampa Bay over the Raiders. It's
Tampa
going to
Bay,
happen.
the Raiders. Raiders favored by 1.5.
1.5.
Wow.
But the Raiders
That's
are
a
at
big
home.
Upset. Big upset.
Yeah, real big upset. I should take a bye this
Which
week.
I might. Well, things happening. The Packers had the highest point spread rating last week when they played Jacksonville. They had a 15.5 point.
I'm not sure about that stat.
Yeah, 15
We've
and
had
a
an
half
argument
points.
about this.
It was 15.5 points, and I'll tell you what, Green Bay could easily have lost that game if it was not for the blocked punt. That
What was
game
that?
would have been a
Did
lot
you just compliment
different.
the special teams?
No, yeah, the special teams
Doesn't Mason
actually.
Crosby
The
play for the
special
special-
teams overall, other than take Mason Crosby out of the mix, the special teams are looking really good. Mason Crosby's playing like crap.
Yeah, watch the language.
Yeah,
Kids
yeah.
watch this show.
Yeah. So
I was just going to say, I don't think this week of football is going to be all that great.
yeah, I don't.
But
There's a
there's
lot of
not-
obvious picks I see. I think there's going to be. I think the Atlanta Dallas game will be a good game. That's what I think.
But, stuff happens. Adrian Peterson, who's the number one rusher in the league right now, could show the Seahawks what rushing is all about and beat the Seahawks, who are 5-point favorites. So, as Flip a Coin Bob has proved to us quite often, it's all about flipping a coin.
That's right.
He has yet to win any of the weeks. I hope he wins. I hope he gets a win.
I hope he does.
It's not going to happen with me playing, but I hope it happens.
Oh, please.
All right,
He's in the middle of the pack. He's primed. He's primed.
He's primed.
For
He
victory.
could. Yep.
He's primed. And you know what?
The last 6
Didn't
weeks
Jo-
of football are the
Did
most
Josh win
important.
already this year? Did he get his annual?
Yeah,
victory?
he won the first week.
he got week 1.
Yeah, his annual week 1.
He got his annual week 1.
I'm
Okay,
TK2.
I'm TK1.
We're out.
Out.